Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life and TV. That is not my channel name no more. It is Poetry's Twisted Life and Reviews. Lord have mercy. I just changed my channel name today, y'all. Thank you for coming back. This is the recap and review of This Is Us, Season 5, Episode 7, There. I'm not sure what's going on with these shows. Like, This Is Us was supposed to come back on last week, and then it didn't come back on again. They stopped airing the shows because they said that they were under C-19 issues. And I'm thinking, why isn't this show already filmed? They should have did full production of each episode before the season was even put on TV. That's my thought. That was my thought. So, but they didn't. So here we are. And we on the episode now is dealing with Kevin and Madison. I only got 2 pages of notes, y'all, which tells me there wasn't a lot that I was gonna really say about this. I wasn't as moved as I seen people on Twitter. People was talking about they was crying, and I wasn't. I did not shed a tear at all. There was nothing to cry about for me. We opened up the episode with a car crash. It's off the side of the road. It's up in flames. And we like, oh Lord, is that Kevin? We worried if that's Kevin. Well, my mind instantly said, well, he ain't dead. That was what my mind instantly said, because he's in future episodes. So I knew Kevin ain't dead. And I was like, okay, so I wonder what happened. Did a deer cross the road or something? He was rushing to try to get down there to Madison because he wanted to be there in time for the babies to be born. So that's all I was thinking of. It was going to be, he's in a car accident. He got into a car accident with a deer. If it was anything worse than a deer, he got in a car accident with somebody, and that person, you know, became deceased. That's the only thing I can think of. I couldn't understand why people saying they were crying during this doggone episode. Well, so we get to see the dynamic of Jack and his father and Kevin with Jack, all while Kevin is trying to navigate in present day life using the skills and everything he was taught, you know, as a young man, and basically skills that Jack himself learned from his daddy. So little Jack is off to a sporting event. He about to go play some baseball. His daddy like, yeah, we finna go out there and do this no-hitter on these fools. You know, we gonna do that, right? And Kevin, he off to football camp. You know, the camp that he didn't want to go to, but since his daddy called him soft, he's like, okay, now I gotta like really toughen up and prove my daddy I ain't no punk, pretty much. Jack didn't seem enthused to have his daddy coming along, and Kevin didn't seem enthused that he was going. That's how it looked to me. So Kevin was like practicing plays. You know, Randall had gave him some tips on how to read the playbook and everything. So he practicing plays, and it's clear his head is not really into this. This is Jack's dream for him, not Kevin's. So we get to present day, and Kevin is practicing his lines the same way he practiced the playbook. Kate is on her way to the hospital herself. Ellie is supposed to be induced. And so Kate and them can have the baby. Now I know there's got to be something wrong with this pregnancy, because I thought that Ellie said she is having a little girl. She's having a little girl. I guess Kate and them just changed the baby name. I don't remember. Because Ellie said she was having a girl, and Kate and them adopted a little girl. But that ain't the baby's name. So maybe they just changed the baby's name. Anyway, Ellie about to be induced. Then Kevin, he gets a call at the same doggone time from Maddie. She thinks she in labor. She like, you know, I'm 6 weeks early. You know, Kevin thought he had another week to make it home, because once he made it home, he's going to have 5 more weeks before the baby was born. No, she having contractions now. And she said, I done had Braxton Hicks before. This ain't it. I think I'm in labor, right? So Kevin let the director know, look, my fiance is in labor. The baby's 6 weeks early. And he was like, oh, my bad. You know, the conversation was like, what you want me to do about it? You know, that's how the whole conversation went down. And Kevin told me, look here, man, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? The director was like, well, you know, we could have probably rushed this taping through the night. He's supposed to be filming with Robert De Niro, what have you. We supposed to be rushing this taping through the night. We can get done in about 6 or 7 hours and we can get you on the first flight tomorrow. Kevin like, no, she's in labor right now. She's scared. It's, you know, the babies are earlier than they're supposed to be. You know, normally your twins will come maybe 3 weeks early. It's 6 weeks early. She's scared. I'm scared. I'm leaving. Okay. So Kevin bounced. He's like, deuces, homie, deuces. Jack, apparently, he didn't throw the no-hitter. He had one person that was able to get a hit off him. Daddy was not happy. He was kind of PO'd, disappointed in little Jack, you know what I'm saying? He out on the parking lot drunk, as he always will be after every game. And Jack tell him, look here, let's just hang out, let's chill here for a minute, you know what I'm saying? He's like, what, you think I'm too drunk to drive? You know, you drive then. A kid who's never been behind the wheel of a car before is gonna drive home under the supervision of somebody who been drinking. Like, are they gonna have an accident too? Is that what all the tourists, y'all on the internet talking about what is going on? Well, Big Head was calling Miguel and Becca, trying to get them to help him find a flight home while he drive it. And then they like, well, ain't no flights going out of Vancouver tonight, you know. He said, well, they ain't got to be a direct flight. You know, they still can't find no direct flights. And he said, well, I can get you a domestic out of Seattle. I was like, y'all sitting here telling me that y'all looking for first class flights? He said he can fly on any flight. And when he said domestic, Kevin was like, I guess so. Yeah, fool. Domestic gonna arrive the same time as first class. Get on the first thing smoking, boy. What's wrong with you? In the meantime, while Kevin is driving along, everybody calling. His agent calling. He ignored him a couple of times. And Madison was calling, you know what I'm saying? Everything ain't going like it's supposed to go with her. She at the hospital, but she ain't got no room yet. And they supposed to have a private room, but she can't get a private room because she's 6 weeks early. They weren't expecting her to come, right? So the agent called again. He like, Kev, hey, you know what I'm saying? Well, maybe you can go ahead and make it there to the birth of the babies. Let them poke their head out, and you can be back on here tonight. And Kevin's like, I'm not gonna do this with you. I am not about to do this with you. And he hung up. Click up. Don't be calling me with this foolishness, sir. Do not be calling me with this foolishness. But while he talking, first of all, he almost run into the back of somebody. Then the second time, somebody almost swiped him, driving crazy on the road, all road radish and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Blew the horn. And Kevin like, what is going on? And like he keep looking down at his phone. Every time he look down, now he crossing the line like, Kevin, pay attention. They really painting this picture that Kevin finna have this really terrible accident, right? So like I say, Madison at the hospital, she don't feel like she being a priority and everything. So Kevin like, no, I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna call this hospital right now. I got the number. We're gonna do that again while he looking at that number. Like I said, he almost have a head on out here looking down on the phone. Like, come on, bro. I understand you panicking, you freaking out right now. Now, our next Randall call. You know, he ain't talking to Randall either. We already heard that phone call. And he hang up, and I was like, okay, maybe Randall and them going to detour from Louisiana, head on to California. But no, that ain't what they did. They kept on going back to Philly. They got plans to go back home. Next, the damn doctor called. Not the damn doctor, director. Call and tell Kevin, look, I think you really need to turn around right now. Kevin didn't even pacify him. He was like, shut up. Shut the hell up right now. And screw you. Screw your movie. Don't nobody care about your damn movie. I was like, okay, Kevin. Okay, boo. You know what I'm saying? Let him know. Let him know. So look, Kev, he back at camp. The pressure is on. You know, coach got 2 guys from Penn State that's like, yeah, we want to see you, little man, out there on the field, do your thing. And coach is like, you ready, Kev? You ready? Jack said, yeah, we ready. Ain't no we in this, Jack. Ain't no we. This on Kevin. You know what I'm saying? But now you can see it in Kevin's face, the apprehension to try to make sure he don't disappoint his daddy. Because it's going to look bad on him. Because it's a weird situation, right? Well, Madison finally in her room. Everything is normal, as the doctor say, but she is indeed in labor. Well, Miguel got him in the flight. And out of Seattle, it's going to be 5 hours tops. He should be home. And they kept flashing on that road, you know. You can't see nothing but darkness up there in the headlights. That's it. That's all you can see. And it's just making us think that something really dramatic is about to happen. I'm waiting for the dirt. I'm waiting for the bear. I'm waiting for the hitchhiker to step out of the car. I'm waiting for something to happen on this doggone road. Then he lose signal. You know, while he was talking back on the phone, he lose signal and like, okay, what am I going to do now? You know. Well, he get a little further down the road, and there's a car that has veered off the side of the road. This is the car we saw at the beginning. This is the car we saw at the opening. And Kevin, like, I gotta stop and help. I got to. He get down to the car. It's a man in there, all bruised up. The car's on fire, everything, you know what I'm saying? He got 1 hour to make it to the Seattle airport. My worry is he got to get through customs. Like, you got to get through customs, right? That crap could take forever at the borders. So, especially now he crossing it during the middle of a pandemic. Luckily, the border still wasn't closed to them. So the parallel that I'm seeing between Jack and Kevin, it seems to be the obnoxious men in their lives. Obnoxious, with all men in their lives. Jack daddy tells him that he's pretty much a good for nothing. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, having him go play baseball is a waste of time. He told his wife that, you know, it's a waste of their doggone money. He only pitched a no-hitter. He only had one person make a hit off him. Bro, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? He was bad-mouthing him so much that Jack had to tell him to shut up. Just like Kevin just told his director, shut up, obnoxious ass men. Look, Kevin, he think that Jack believes that he ain't gonna amount to nothing, especially without football. That's why he's pressing football on him so hard. His coach, he said, make sure he tells him that he ain't crap every day. Not only is he not crap, he's stupid. Jack was trying to convince him that the coach is just, you know, being a hard ass. He got that tough love type of coach, you know. If he didn't believe in him, he wouldn't be like ragging on him like that. Until he heard that the man be calling his son stupid. Really? Stupid? That's what you gonna call me? That's not what we're gonna do. That's not what we're gonna do. So Jack like, let's go get some food. Kevin say, no, I'm not hungry. No, you hungry? Come on, let's go get some food now. Let's go get some food. I thought he was grabbing this coat so they can go hand the coach. That's what I thought. But no, they really went for food, y'all. They went to a bar. They'll get some steak and onion rings and stuff. And before anybody say something about this kid sitting at the bar, back in that day, you could. I used to go to the bar with my granddaddy all the time. Sit right there at the bar with him, and nobody thought anything of it. When nobody trying to serve us liquor, nothing. We sat at the bar. That's me and my granddaddy all the time. And that's basically what they did here. It's nothing. It was no biggie back then. Like now, you can't sit at a bar with a kid unless you have food. So anyway, basically, he just wanted to apologize to Kevin for becoming his daddy. You know, his daddy put all that pressure on him, made him feel like he wasn't worthy. And he's like, you know, I promised myself to never become him. And then here I am doing you the exact same way. Kevin, like, I never knew this about your father. You don't talk about him. You know what I'm saying? Jack tried to say, you know, he wasn't all bad. You know, he forced him to drive that damn car home, and Jack did drive home. And at the end, he was like, oh, you did good. I didn't think you had it in you. That wasn't a real compliment, Jack. That still was not a real compliment. I didn't think you had it in you. He's still telling you that he didn't think you was about it. Okay, you shocked him. Okay, good. We made it alive. That's how it wasn't like, I'm so proud of you. Ooh, you did the best son ever. That wasn't what his daddy was giving him, but that's what Jack felt from him when he said that he did good. And then give him a little pat on the shoulder, whatever. And Kevin said, no, you're not like him at all. You better than him. Now, when they sat down, they both got their 2 sodas. Jack took his straw out of soda and started drinking just straight out the glass, right? And so in this moment, Kevin had did the exact same thing. It's saying, you know, Jack said he didn't want to grow up to be his daddy, but in this moment, Kevin said, but I want to grow up to be like you, Dad. That's what he was telling him. Then we heard laughter. I knew right then that was the coach. It's about to be trouble. Trouble is what I'm singing. Jack went to go meet him in the bathroom. It's a meeting in the ladies' room. They weren't in the ladies' room. They said it's in the bathroom, but that's where they went to go meet. And the coach was like, hey, Jack, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? No, Jack said, I'm good. You know, I just want to let you know I'm going to be at every game. He said, of course. You want to see your boy? He said, no, I'm going to be watching you. He's like, huh? What's going on? Jack said, don't you ever call my boy stupid again. Coach didn't say nothing. He didn't say I didn't. He just like, Jack say, oh, no, tell me that you understand. Yeah, I understand. Okay. That was the end of it. That was it. It wasn't no fighting. It wasn't no raising of the voice. It wasn't no throwing hands. Jack put that death stare, that stare that your mama used to do when you was getting in trouble at church. You were making noise, and then she turned around and look at you real cold. You shut the hell up. That's that look that Jack gave him. And to tell me that you understand. He had that man shook. So shook that when he came out the bar, he grabbed his coat, paid his bill, and left. He was having dinner with a couple other dudes. He didn't even say bye to them. He just left. So back at the car, the actor, I can't remember his name, the one that was in the car, y'all tell me who he is. Please tell me who that actor is. I used to love to see him in different stuff, but I cannot remember his name right at this moment. Leave it in the comment section for me. I ain't seen him on TV in a while. Last thing I seen him on was Scandal. I think that's the last thing I seen him in. Anyway, Kev pulls him out the car because it's he pulls the guy, Scandal dude, out of the car. It's on fire. It could blow at any moment. He was stuck underneath the steering wheel. He was able to get the steering wheel up to get his leg out and everything. But once he got him out, the dude passed out because, of course, he losing blood. So Kevin takes his jacket off to make a tourniquet around his leg. And I'm like, you ain't got no belt. You ain't got no belt. The man ain't got no belt on. Why you take the jacket off to make this tourniquet? Because this is where Kevin's wallet got lost. At the beginning of the episode, we saw Kevin's wallet laying on the ground. That's how the wallet got lost, right there on the ground. And all I keep thinking is, you ain't gonna make it across this border. You're not gonna make it across this border without no ID. And if you make it across the border, you damn sure ain't gonna make it on that plane. Well, Kev was making his way to the hospital, riding along with the little injured man. You know, he feeling all kind of regret because he feel like he ain't gonna make the birth of his twins. And old boy is like, they're gonna be good. They'll be all right. I got 3 kids. They don't remember nothing before the age of 5. This is not the biggest moment in life. They ain't gonna remember nothing. But that don't matter, sir. That don't matter. I feel the same way. That don't matter that they don't remember. I'm gonna remember that I wasn't there. Kevin wants to be a present father, just like his daddy was. He said if his daddy was alive, his daddy would have saved him, made it to the border, flew the doggone plane, delivered the babies himself, not just beat her. Jack would have did all that. And Kevin is trying to live up to what he think Jack standards are of him. So that he makes it to the hospital, dropped the man off, he dashed, he makes it to the airport. And I was like, how you get across the border without no ID? Vancouver ain't that close to Seattle, is it? That you could make it across the border without an ID? You still had an hour to get to Seattle. So where the hell was you at? Because you had just told Miguel and them you were still in Vancouver. But I guess time had passed. A lot of time had passed. And he was already across the border when this accident happened. We're going to go with that. We're going to rock with that. But now he at the TSA, and the TSA agent like, you ain't getting on this plane without no ID, sir. I'm sorry. Kevin's like, hey, look at me. I'm famous. Google me, bitch. And he didn't say that. But he was like, well, please, man. He was pleading with her. If you could just look me up on the internet, my face is famous out there. Some kind of way to get me on this plane and use my identity. I'm thinking she could have did something too. But like she said, this ain't the protocol. This ain't the way we do things. This ain't how it works. But there's ways that you could probably get around it. They do fingerprinting at the airport. I know. I was arrested at the airport before. I know they got fingerprinting. They got cameras all around. They can do facial recognition. I know. I watch a whole lot of TV. I know they do facial recognition. Matter of fact, that's how I got found at the airport too when I got arrested. Facial recognition. So they could have did something to know that he was Kevin Pearson. But they left us with him at the gate pleading with this TSA agent to please do something to help me get on this flight. I'm thinking that she will. His battery was down on his phone, and so it had to dial before he was able to get to Madison. Or Madison must not listen to her voicemail or something, because he left a whole voice message saying that the phone was dying out. But she's saying that she can't reach him. She's telling the nurse she can't reach him. And now she realizing that she all alone, and she about to have this baby alone. The nurse is like, you want me to call your mama? You got a friend? She's like, look, it's only 2 people in this world that care about me. My best friend Kate, she having a baby her damn self, and Kevin, he may be on a plane. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? She don't talk to her family at all, for real. And now the nurse, she got to leave too, because she got what? Patience. So Just when she started to break down and cry, who come through? Beth and Randall. You know what I'm saying? They on the phone like, hey girl, hey, what's up? They not headed throw their head back home, but if you need anything, I got you, boo. You know what I'm saying? She's like, no, I'm good. They was like, you all right? You know what? We can stay on the phone. She's like, no, that's okay. And then Randall said, no, for real. We can stay on the phone with you as long as you need. We here for you. We family. Madison just broke down. She broke down crying. That's all she needed at that moment, to know that somebody was there supporting her. She really wasn't in this alone. That was the end of the episode. That's it, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it. If you think I missed anything, put that down in the comment section as well. Hopefully we still be here next week and not delayed again. Ciao. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Leave comments down in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.